Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sound Effect.
As you can see, Scott's not here, unfortunately, so it's just me and the lovely Michelle tonight.
Hey, everybody.
And we have for you Super Bowl III champion from the New York Jets, Mr. Earl Christy.
The amazing.
Good friend of mine.
Wait, Earl the Twirl Christy.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Thank
Right
you,
here in the
Michelle.
Sound Effects Studios.
How you doing, Mr. Earl?
I'm doing marvelous, man.
It's great
I'm
to see you
hanging out
again,
with
my
the
friend.
big boys. I'm just enjoying you guys. You guys are awesome.
Well, you're awesome, and I got to tell you, Earl, I was really excited. I knew you were going to be here tonight. And I get out of my car, and he opens the door for me and greets me. I mean, what an amazing gentleman as
Yeah,
well.
Can't beat that.
So
Yeah.
not only a champion, but a gentleman as well. So
Yeah.
You're going to have to make
Earl's
me
the
live
man.
up to that. Gentleman part.
I don't think that's going to be difficult for you, Earl. So I'm gonna say something, Earl. So Earl, you were in Tampa today, and I know you and my co-host here, Todd, you guys had a great day today. So I thought maybe both of you could say something about that because you guys were at the Bucks training camp today.
Oh yeah. The season's getting ready to start. The Bucks are looking pretty good. They played in training. They played the Miami Dolphins today because they've got the game coming up on Friday, which obviously when you're watching this, will be over with. Season will be begun at that point. But we had a chance to talk to Earl's friend Amir Dotson, who is offensive line.
Yes,
Guard.
6'9".
Is it the guard?
Yeah.
69?
Yeah,
Is his
tackle.
number? Yeah, great guy. His tackle, okay, that's right. Yeah, he's an awesome guy, and he's huge.
Is he a big guy?
Oh, he's a big guy.
Yeah. Would he make me feel little,
towers over
Earl?
both
Oh,
of
he
us.
make you feel tiny. 6'9".
I
Are
swear,
you kidding?
6'9".
Wow.
I kid you, I swear his hand is as big as my head.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Did he
And
make
tell-
you feel tiny, Earl?
Oh, no, I ripped your hearts. No, yes, he does. No, I'm serious.
I totally believe it, Earl. I
He's a
believe
gentle
it.
giant. That's what makes him so awesome.
Right.
And Todd, you got to tell the other guy, man.
Yeah, so-
that
I'm
we
looking.
interviewed.
Wow.
He's a big guy, right?
Big
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
He's like the whole line.
He's so big he can block out sunshine.
Oh
Yeah.
my
It's
goodness.
amazing.
But he's an awesome guy. He
Great
is
human being.
So
I'm
cool,
telling you.
man. Such a nice guy.
Oh man,
He's spectacular. So-
Yeah, it's just a pleasure.
Yeah, so we also had a chance to talk to Jameis Winston, the quarterback for the Buccaneers, which was
Awesome.
And unfortunately, I cannot remember for the life of me the name of the guy that we spoke to from
Well,
the
but you don't
Miami
have to bring
Dolphins.
that up.
But,
Okay,
we
we
talked to a
talked to
couple
the
of
Miami
different guys,
Dolphins.
and we talked
Yeah.
to a Dolphin.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more important the Bucks. We're here with the Bucks anyway, so
But it was.
But it was a
great-
good time. We
Yeah,
always
good
enjoy
time.
going there. So
And we got a little wet, but thank
Did it
goodness.
rain a little bit?
Yeah,
today?
yeah. He had those umbrellas. They saved us a little bit.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
luckily I had a couple of them in my car. I was like, sweet. It's a good thing I had those. So
And when you talk about
But-
Jameis Winston, he's going to have a good year this year. I'm telling you.
yeah, he's looking
Really,
pretty good, man.
No
he's
question
looking good.
about it.
So hoping that the Bucks are going to do fantastic this year with the new coach and everything.
Right.
I got a pretty good feeling about that. He seems like a really good coach. Like he's really cracking down on penalties and stuff like that. And the team looked good at practice today, so I'm sure they're going to look great in the season and stuff. So we'll find out when we go to the games.
Yeah, you know, Tampa Bay has always had good work ethics, and that's the key factor. And the good part about it, everybody's starting even trying to get to that Super Bowl. So
That's right,
Right.
man. That's
Yeah.
right.
You know, I'm a St. Petersburg native. I was actually born in St. Petersburg, Florida. I remember when we got that team, and everyone was so excited. And I loved the Selmans. Oh my gosh, Leroy Selman
Oh,
and
yes.
his brother Dewey, right?
Yeah, right,
Just an
Dewey.
incredible family, and he gave so much back to the community. Rest his soul, because
Oh,
he,
yeah.
he was just a wonderful human being, and he was nice to my son. So
No.
if you're nice to my son, and he was little. My son was little, and he was nice to my son. If you're good to my kid, you're in with me, just like that.
That's
Well,
a good thing.
You know, we enjoy working with young people anyhow, and that's what it's all about.
Earl, you make such a difference. You really do. And it's a beautiful thing because I got my son involved in sports from a very young age. He played football, and it was guys like you. I mean, I really think it kept him on a great path where he didn't stray, never got into trouble, because he had his focus there, and his heroes like you guys that take the time to spend times with them. That's just huge. I mean, it really makes a difference
and
with these kids.
he's doing something special now.
Yeah, he's a deputy sheriff. So
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I see that proudness in her.
Yes,
in that mom.
Everyone knows because he's popped on here and I've embarrassed him. I've been like, he's the greatest child that was ever born. Don't I say that? So,
Man, that's awesome, man.
No, he's absolutely great. His name is Jimmy, so he's a good one. So I know he would have liked to have met you today. So we'll have to do that another time.
Oh, we will. And I'm a former school teacher. I taught the most important subject, and of course, I'll answer the question.
I was coming.
PE.
Did you?
That's right. You don't want to take no math test or history test or you don't feel good. No, I always say that your health is so important, but that's the greatest thing, trying to be a role model, positive. And I'm blessed in the sense that I've never used drugs, even don't use profanity and all those type of things, and never drank. Not that I condemn anyone, but I just think that's a great thing, and especially at my tender age of 76 going on 26.
Get out of here.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, Spunky, we're at practice.
Feisty.
We were at practice today, and there was a throw that got thrown, and the guys were coming off the side of the field, and we were all like moving out of the way, and he just moved like that. And this lady sitting in the stands watching a fan, she was like, "Oh my gosh, you moved like super fast." Didn't know who he was or anything, but then when she found out, she was like, "Dang, you still got the moves."
Then she wasn't surprised, right?
No.
I guess you don't lose that, right? I mean, that
Well, that
instinctive
first
thing.
step now, if you keep going a long, long time. But I'm just saying, they stand on the sideline. They want to get injured. And I'm used to giving out hits, too. I had flashbacks right there.
Yeah.
It
Well,
came
he
back
was quick,
to you.
and of course that just sparked everything because then they found out who he was, and everybody wanted to get a picture with Earl in the
that's
ring.
amazing.
They had to put the ring on, right, Earl?
Oh, yeah. And what's so
Show 'em the
awesome?
ring.
I just enjoy just having them because it's all about family. It's all about loving one another. And we're going to make a difference. And I love your attitude. I mean, good, great. You're a game changer. And that's what, and of course, and my good new buddy, Doug, in the house.
Doug's in the house.
Dougie in the house, helping us out, making us look good.
Doug's always like a little kid when you're around.
Oh, man.
Well, I love your positivity. I think it's incredible.
I'm blessed, and my good spiritual journey. That's what
Absolutely.
makes me happy. That's why I can hang out with Todd. See,
I know. I
Takes
know.
that
Other
You
than
hang out
that,
with me, is
we've
that it?
been in trouble, man.
Well, you know what? I grew up with my father had great faith. I don't think I knew a man that had greater faith than my dad. And my dad was actually a gospel singer, and he was a police officer. So his gospel group was called the Lawmen. Because they were guys, yeah. And he's singing about 3, and we actually had a tour bus out in front of the house when he was doing some stuff. So it was pretty cool stuff. But he had great faith, and he raised us on that. So I think it's really important to lay that foundation as well for young people as well. So you're sending an important message, Earl, not only by the sports but also by your faith.
Yeah,
So-
and a lot of the young people are the same way, really. And they had good parents and good foundation, and that's what it's all about, sharing the love for one another. And actually, this is going to make the world a better place. It's we the people. That's the key factor. I know it works. I know that LOVE works.
It does.
There's
I
no
totally
doubt
agree.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always love the fact that, when we go to the locker room after the games,
Okay.
little brain freeze there for a second, that you're always talking to the players about their faith and how it's impacted their lives and their playing and everything like that. I always thought that was really cool.
We're
do the interviews
human
with
beings first. You know what I'm saying? This happened. God gave us that ability to play the game or whatever career that you have, and that's what it's all about. And I always say, people don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. And that's what it's all about. That's the joy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful
in this
saying, my
world.
brother.
I'm telling you, man, you guys get me excited. I love being around people that are positive. The glass ain't half empty. It's full.
Absolutely.
That's how I think. And,
It's overflowing, man.
Oh, come on now.
Well, I agree with that, Earl, and I think it's really hard. And I remember I said something to one of my kids one time. It was one of my daughters, and I said, if you always go around and you look at what you don't have, you're never going to be happy. So you really kind of have to focus on the blessings you do have, because there's always going to be something that's not quite the way you want it to be.
Well, we're
Right.
going to go through trials and tribulations.
Sure.
And, I always say your attitude takes you to your altitude. It will take you as high
I
as you
like
want to
that.
go in life. That's what it's all about.
I think you should be a motivational speaker.
I
Earl.
just happen to be traveling all over the world, and that's what I'm doing for a living.
Are you doing that now?
Yes.
Oh, well, why don't you tell everybody about that? Because I think that's really cool.
Well, I'm very blessed. I was ordained 3 times, okay? And last year I went to the Holy
Once
Land.
just wasn't enough.
Yeah. And baptized in the Jordan River. I had to get that in. But I am so blessed. I've been to Europe, I've been to Africa, South America, and all over Canada, what have you. And that's what I do, bring a message, I call myself an inspiration speaker because I'm inspired by the creator of the world. And I'm inspired by my family members because they showed a lot of love. We have a close family. I'm from the state of Maryland, and it's so joyful to share the
Love
love
Maryland.
with people. Oh, yeah. Aberdeen Proving Ground, near that area. But yes, I've been very blessed, and even with the TV show, I had my TV show and radio show since 1971.
Wow.
And I've covered some great athletes in my life. In fact, I'm the only person live now that ever interviewed or covered Michael Jordan and Dr. J in their prime.
Look at
everything.
you. You
Yeah.
go, Earl.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And most important, I've been a teacher, and I've taught in 5 different states in the United States.
Wow.
And that's just a great thing. And it's just so many things. My dreams come true, and I'm so blessed now that I'm living my purpose, and that's a blessing from the Creator. And I let people know the joy
brother.
of the Lord is my
That's
strength.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
So I got to ask you, Earl,
Go ahead.
out of all the people that you played with, Mr. Joe aside,
Okay.
because obviously that's a pretty big name,
Okay.
Who is the favorite person you've ever played with besides Joe?
Now, in college or pro?
Either or.
Oh, man, that's a tough
That's a
man.
tough
Would
one
it
for
have been
you,
somebody in
right?
college, or was it in
Well,
the pros?
probably, really, it's probably Emerson Boozer because we played together in college, and then we played together in the pros and everything. But, I mean, I had some great teammates, and he's definitely one of them. And I enjoyed a guy by the name of Curly Johnson. He was our punter. And he always kept the guys laughing and live. And that's what's so special about the locker room is that fellowship with the players and
The
everything.
bonding
Oh,
experience
you're
in there.
absolute,
Yeah.
Michelle.
See, I can't go in there, Earl, so I'll just have to live vicariously through you.
Well, we might be able to sneak you in there.
I have to run through.
Yeah.
Do I have to yell female on the floor
No.
when I run through?
You just bust right in, man. See, you're a game changer, man. Come on now.
You'd actually be surprised. There's some female,
they're
reporters
reporters.
that
Right,
end
that's
up
what I
in
was
the
going to say,
locker
right?
room,
Okay,
yeah.
so they're probably
Yeah.
cool with that.
You know, the odd part about that is, they wouldn't have that the other way around. They wouldn't
That's
have
true.
guys in the female.
Todd,
locker room.
you would have to come up with that saying, and
He
it's
would.
true. He's telling the truth.
But it is true.
Just speak the truth. But it's
It always
just
surprised me when I walked in there and saw that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah. But you do see female reporters now that you're saying that. You definitely do.
and great ones because I was talking to some today at this training camp for the
Yeah,
Buccaneers.
there's a lady there from ESPN.
Oh man, yeah, and a couple other places. It's just amazing. But I'm glad, just like some of the announcer ladies, they are awesome. They awesome. I'm telling you, you got to be versatile. Just like you're well talented. You do other shows. You do
He's
other
flattering
things.
me. I'm blushing over
No,
here,
but
Earl.
it's true, and you're a singer. See, you're not telling them all the good stuff about you. I learned that about you today.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on my list to rejuvenate that, to start doing that again. So, I've got a little opportunity, but I haven't shared with everyone yet. But, I think I might be doing a little recording maybe in the future. So,
Sharing the voice of Michelle.
yeah. I got that raspy voice, Earl. It's like a raspy
You're tough. That's all I
Tina
know.
Turner-ish kind of
Uh-oh.
thing going
now
on.
you keep on talking. We're gonna have to have you sing a cappella. Yeah,
Kick us a tune.
Oh, I'm not gonna acapella.
Come
you
on,
brought it
But
up.
I can do the beginning really good. You know,
I mean,
the
we
Proud
want-
Mary, the beginning.
We
Every
wanna
now
s-
and then, I think you might like to hear something from us, nice and easy.
We on
That's
the
all you get
sound
today,
effect. Come on,
That's
baby.
all you
let's
get today,
show.
Earl. But next time
Oh,
I'll
okay.
do it. Yeah.
Okay, you heard that, y'all. She
So
promised.
besides the Super Bowl,
Uh-oh.
what's your favorite game you've ever played?
Oh, when I got the game ball. But that wasn't good because we lost the game. I got the game ball because I had so many kickoff and punt returns.
Well, that's
in
still
the game.
good.
That's still
I
good.
mean, that's
Yeah.
still
Now, what's the most exciting game that I ever played in, okay?
Okay.
Besides the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
it was the American League Championship. That means that we won, for the first time, a championship. The Super Bowl was just a little gravy, but that was grown men crying and hugging
Oh
each
my
other.
gosh.
It was so awesome. I get chills when I just think about the hard work that you put in
Yeah.
and everything and the fellowship that we had. We had a very close team. We loved one another. We were off the field with each other, with our families and everything. That's what's so special. And we this past year, we had our 50th anniversary of winning the Super Bowl.
That's
it
incredible.
Was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And that was the Super Bowl that tied the AFC and the NFC together, right? I mean, that
Well,
the
it
AFL rather.
made the NFL and
It
the
created
American
the
football,
NFL, right.
yeah, came together and merged. And I'll give you a quick little story about Joe Namath and my grandmother. Okay, now Joe Namath was at a place where he was receiving an award, and it was on a Thursday, right before the Sunday for the Super Bowl. And this guy was in the back of the room, cackling. He said, "Hey, Joe, y'all gonna get killed. Y'all gonna get beat." And Joe just got mad and he said, "We're gonna win, and I guarantee it." So Joe Namath guaranteed a victory on a Thursday. Now they told me at home, my grandmother was a praying lady, and she said that we're gonna win on Monday. So my grandmother said it first that we're gonna win the Super Bowl. Okay, I just wanted to put that.
that's
out there.
amazing.
Yeah, and they didn't even know nothing about football. They watching TV because I never played football till I went to college. So they didn't grow up looking at football. And the old ladies from the church were looking at the TV and said, "We don't know nothing about the game, but we know your number's 45." I was just so amazed they were watching me on
That's
TV.
amazing. Now, wait a minute, Earl. So you said you never played football until college?
College, isn't that something?
That is amazing.
Yes.
So
yes.
how did you get into that? Because I want to know. Because I wasn't here when Earl was here before.
Right.
Well, that's
So-
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't ask me that question. See, you asked me.
Oh, okay, all right. So
That's
so
on time.
so how did you get into football, Earl? How
My
did that happen in
roommate
college?
was a football player, and he was a quarterback. And he told me, actually, "Earl, you could go out for the team." But when I went out there, man, these guys were getting knocked out, and they were rolling them off the field. I said, "Oh, they're going to kill me." And see, back in that day, we didn't have no cell phone. I couldn't even call
Right.
home. But anyhow,
Did you wear the leather helmets?
No, come on now, Todd.
was
I ain't got fold-up helmets and all that. No.
He said, "Did you
Wasn't
wear
quite
the
that
leather
far back.
helmet?"
No, we had the real deal, but it was just amazing.
No
I
way
think
back
the-
then they had the leather helmets.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
you fold up in the pocket. They mess with me all the time. That's all right.
Now I'm shaking my head, which doesn't happen. And I was like,
Yeah, it's just amazing. But
I dig on Earl all the time.
yeah, oh yeah. He works me overtime, but that's
Ah.
all. Good thing I'm a forgiving man. You know, I can take it.
yeah,
But,
lucky for Todd, right?
Yeah, I know, Mr. Serious, right? See,
Right.
you get him loosened up on his show right here, man. I
Well,
tell you.
yeah. You know, it's not an easy feat, Earl, but somebody has to do it.
Oh yeah. Oh goodness.
Look, he's laughing a lot and stuff. See, so that's good.
Now
That's
you know
good.
how I feel today. I've been hanging out with him all day, man. He's been awesome.
Yeah, they had to
So,
put up with me.
He
Yeah.
is good. He
Yeah.
is good. He's a good guy.
But
I'm all right.
it's so amazing when you just think about how wonderful life can be if you just have the right attitude towards one another and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
I
just,
completely agree.
Yeah, it's funny. Every time I talk to people, and if I ever talk about you, I'm always like, you can't help but be in a great mood when you're around Earl. It's just his attitude is infectious. His personality just always upbeat and always in a great mood, and you can't help but be in a good mood around and smile.
I feel I'm blessed. I'm the most blessed person on the earth. I really feel that way. and I've had trials and tribulations and everything
Sure.
before, and I mean, and I could just share that. I lost my first wife in a car accident, and then my daughter, 33, was a youth pastor, and she died at 33.
Oh.
But my belief system, and you will understand my personal relationship, understand that I know they're in a better place. And trust me, we missed them physically there, but spiritually, I know, and especially my daughter, she was just amazing. She used to bring young people into our home that were homeless and take care of them. Isn't that
Wow.
amazing?
That's
I mean,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
How can you? And my family's been the same way. They're givers and everything, and that's how we grew up. We help one another. You know what I'm saying? And just like our Lord and Savior say, I didn't come here to be served. I came here to serve. And it's just so much joy out of giving. And when you get to the point where giving is more joyful than receiving, and like the day when I'm signing an autograph, it's as much joy for me. Actually, it's more than they realize, the fans, when I can do that. When someone asks me to do something like that, that's an honor for me and a privilege.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude. And I know from any perspective in any type of field, when someone that you admire and you meet them and they're so genuine and you can tell that they enjoy that, because you see both. You see some of them that don't want to do it, and you can tell they'll do it, but they don't want to do
No,
it.
Right.
But when you see someone that really enjoys it, and
hard.
I mean, and you know what, and that's a memory for them for a lifetime, so that's huge. I mean, it's very important.
I always think it's cool when the players find out who you are, and they, these guys are pros themselves.
Yeah.
And
They
they're
get
out
excited.
there playing. They get excited, and they're all excited to meet you, and stuff like. And what's even cooler though is, like the next year we're out there, and these guys are like, oh my gosh, Earl, how you doing? They come running from across the room and stuff, and across the field or whatever, just to give them a hug and say hi, because they're so excited to see him, and
Yeah.
they remember
Aw.
you. Guys who you hardly even spoke to in the locker room remember you. Like Jameis today, for example.
Yeah, I
he
was
remembered
shocked.
speaking to you because you were
Yeah.
trying to remind him, and he's like, "Oh, I remember."
Yeah, and
Wow.
I'm
Which was
laughing now when we talk about Michael Jordan. Before he won those championships, I had the good fortune of being in Chicago, all those championships, and when I show him the ring, man, because that's what they play for. They get paid, but the ring is the key factor. It's amazing.
Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the ultimate goal, right? To get one of
yeah.
the rings. So that's a cool thing. And,
Yeah, the
and
ultimate
Earl, thanks
prize.
for letting me wear your ring earlier as well. That was really cool.
Yeah.
So I already had to post a Facebook picture. I was like, look at me and Earl. Look at me and Earl.
What I like is he'll walk up to somebody that he doesn't know. He'll take this ring off, and he'll walk over and just put it in their hand, and they don't even know what it is at first. But he just walks up and hands them a Super Bowl ring.
And then they look at it and they're like,
look at it and they're like,
whoa.
"Whoa!" And then it opens up an opportunity for him to talk to him and share.
Well,
joy,
I did that.
you know?
I do sometimes prison ministry, and I took off the ring and let the guy. And the guy said, "Suppose I take it." I said, "Hey, you just take it." And he said, "Man, thank you." You know what I'm saying? And that's a key factor, man.
Well, I'm sure even in that situation, they appreciate that trust you put in them.
Yeah,
to-
there ain't no question. And just like I always used to tell people when I'm teaching, people say, and even the other kids, he's a bad kid. No, he's not a bad kid, because God didn't create junk. We make bad choices, even as adults and things. No, nobody's bad. We make bad choices.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you can choose to be happy when you wake up in the morning. That's a blessing.
I try
Each and
really
every
hard
day.
to do that. Most of the time, I'm pretty successful, but I had a couple bad days not that long ago.
We all have bad
But,
days.
But yeah, I'm pretty successful at that on a regular basis. You know,
I always say we have a tough day, because anytime you wake up, you got a good day.
right?
Amen to that.
Well, you know, I'm a flight attendant, Earl. So when I'm on the plane, I sometimes
wow.
when I'm working the morning flights, I would be drinking like a Monster. And
Okay.
the other flight attendants look at me and they're like, "You're drinking a Monster. You do not need that." Because I'm all bouncing off the walls. I'm like, "Hey, everybody," you know.
They won't let me. I was teasing. The only thing I know the name of one liquor is rum and coke. Okay, and we'd go out, to different sports bars and stuff like that. I'd hang out with the guy, and they wouldn't let me drink anyhow. I never drank in my life. Never
Right.
even tried.
You never did in your whole
No,
life?
no.
Wow.
No, I figure it's tough enough trying to get in shape anyhow playing sports. That's
Sure.
the kind of school that I come from. But but a lot of them do, smoke cigarettes and whatever. But I was shocked. We were in the locker room, and they had beer in there, and they're drinking beer,
Right.
and the punter was smoking a cigarette.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could run and smoke. I don't know.
No, hey, you're right. It'd be painful.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I tell you.
So, Earl, when you were young, I mean, I know you said we were talking about how you started the football in college, and that was like a complete surprise to you. If someone would have said, Earl Christy, you're going to be a Super Bowl champion, would you have been like, what are you talking about?
No, no question about it. And I've been blessed too that I played professional show basketball. I played like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
and my son did a TV special with the Harlem Globetrotters.
They
when
were
he was
so
5 years old.
amazing.
Yeah, and we took a trip around the world and did a TV show in Tokyo called The Special Surprise of the World. They had people from all over the world coming to do it. In fact, I met a lady from Norway that could play music, and we were talking about music with a pencil. It was amazing.
Really?
Very
Yeah,
cool. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Oslo, Norway. I remember. just
Oslo,
like
Norway.
Nice.
Yeah, the Globetrotters. Wow,
Oh, that's fun.
When I don't, maybe you participated in this. I didn't know. But when my son was younger, I used to take him to ESPN the weekend at Disney, like every year, and players from all over would be there, and from all different sports. And they had the newer Globetrotters, the young men. They were fantastic. But, there was nothing like the Globetrotters, Metal Lemon, and those
Curly.
guys. I mean,
Yeah,
that
Curly.
was, Curly. Oh, my
yeah,
God.
those guys were
They were just
fantastic.
amazing. They were so incredible and
Oh,
so
I loved watching them
entertaining.
as a
And I
kid.
love that. And you used to do that kind of basketball
Oh yeah,
stuff? Wow.
that was fun.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. That is
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah. We play in the colleges and different places all over, and the schools. In fact, at halftime, we probably had to sign over 500 or 1,000 autographs during
Wow.
a time. Yeah, but it's just amazing that you can do things like that. But it's a blessing. And when we talk about music, I grew up with Motown. I have,
I love me some Motown.
Motown's good stuff.
Man. You. I mean, great singers back in the day.
Absolutely. You know who my all-time favorite singer is, though? It's not Sam Cooke.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Sam
the
Cooke.
Dock of the Bay. I know you tell
That's
that one.
Otis Redding. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's going in. I blew it.
Sam Cooke. Cupid. Cupid.
Okay.
You send me.
Oh, good. Okay.
Bring it on home to me.
forget.
You send me.
Meet me at Mary's place.
Come on now, y'all
Yeah.
can get me in the mood now, and y'all gonna have to turn the music up. Come on, sing
Yeah.
it, singing it.
Honest
I'm
to
sorry.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, his voice was just, his enunciation was just incredible, and his voice was just clear as a bell. His timing was perfection. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And then Marvin Gaye.
Oh,
Marvin
no.
Gaye.
Let's
I
get
mean,
it on.
I know.
Okay.
Excuse
now,
me,
you know
Earl?
oh, good God. Oh, my goodness. Forgive me.
Hey there, Earl. What's
I know
going
what
on?
it is. Yeah. My guy was Luther.
And
man.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful voice. Beautiful
And,
voice.
and I got to hit my other one. I'm on this is a true story. I'm on the train, and I meet her. I didn't know much about that, but not Aretha, but Patti LaBelle.
Patti
And I said,
LaBelle.
"Oh, you sing?" Yeah. I said, "Oh, good gracious." I asked her for a
Wow.
autograph before, that was in the beginning some time ago. And she was just laughing to herself.
That's cool.
Oh, good gracious.
Some great music, some amazing music back then, and that was always playing in our house was Motown stuff,
Yeah.
when I was growing up, and it was great
So-
stuff.
Yeah.
You've had an opportunity to meet a lot of stars yourself.
Yeah.
So who was your, what made you feel like a kid and you got to meet somebody that you've
Yeah.
always kind of looked up to and,
Okay.
and admired?
I'm gonna give you the sport so I could, and you don't answer a question with a question, but anyhow, boxing.
Muhammad Ali.
That's right, man.
Oh wow.
Man, we got a chance to get 1-on-1, man. He said, "I'm a bad man, jammer." Yes, sir. I said, "You are, buddy, man." Cause I'm telling you, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Make you feel like a kid?
yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
I didn't meet Jackie Robinson, but it was great to see him and everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's just amazing. just amazing how and Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
great.
It's amazing. I just love the personality of a person. That's what made the person themselves really is the key factor, man. When you're kind and you're giving and
Sure.
caring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what
absolutely.
it's all about.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That is amazing.
So we love having you here, bro.
Oh man,
You know you're always welcome, man.
Oh, thank you
Always,
so much,
always.
man. It's joyful.
It's a pleasure. It's an absolute
Yeah.
pleasure.
So we want to thank you for being on the show tonight, brother.
Well,
Appreciate
thank you for having me here.
Come back
Indeed.
and visit us. Yes, come back and visit. You better.
Well, you
Not
guys,
just this guy. You got to come hang out with us.
Well, you're gonna have me to meet someone special, so we'll hold that another
Okay.
time.
All right.
Okay.
We'll do lunch. We'll do lunch when you come
Okay.
back. We'll all do lunch.
That's
so.
a 10, and definitely say hi to your wonderful sons,
I absolutely will. I
Okay.
absolutely will. So Jimmy, I'll have to tell Jimmy. Yep.
Jimmy in the house.
Jimmy in the house. Yes.
It's great. Appreciate you, Earl. Always, my friend.
Appreciate you guys.
Always
man.
good to
This
see
is
you, my brother.
Awesome, man.
Looking
and
forward to
we're
seeing the
now
Bucks.
on the sound effect.
So
Come on.
before we say goodbye, prediction: who's going to the Super Bowl this year?
Now you would have to ask me.
I
that.
wouldn't have done that to you, Earl.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have done that.
It's so early, but anyhow.
Season hadn't even begun.
Oh,
hardly.
okay,
Let's kick it.
In the NFC, I think the Saints, New Orleans. Okay, they definitely gonna be focused this year.
Sorry, Bucks.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as the Bucks make the playoffs, you know,
Yeah,
I mean, you
that'd
got to
great.
be real.
That would really be great. And the Saints are great. I love the Saints.
good
Drew
night.
Brees is awesome. We had a chance to meet him last year. So.
Oh, very cool.
AFC, Kansas City Chiefs.
Cool.
Uh-oh, Doug said, uh-oh.
Doug's like, what?
Uh-oh, we heard from Doug. We woke him up with that one.
Yeah.
I want to say the Jets,
You
man,
did wake
but,
him up.
But we'll get in the playoffs. Our time's coming. I tell you, I wish I was playing now with New England because we ain't crazy about New England. You ain't supposed to hate nobody, but okay, I'll just go there.
Sorry, Danica.
And Tom Brady.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So we love you, Earl. Appreciate you, my friend.
Love you
Absolute
guys.
pleasure, Earl.
Always
we do
great
love you.
having you around, brother. So
Thank you.
be sure to check us out again. And thank you so much, Earl. Appreciate you for being on the sound effect. Thanks, bro.